Get the alpha, be the alpha.
The battle begins.
Rampage.
Dire victory.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Oh, hey. Welcome back to the panel. We've got Trent Paxton Suns fan back with us again. Thank you for joining us.
High five?
Why are you throwing so many
High
high
five?
fives today?
I want to bring this back.
High
I feel like
fives?
it invigorates you, gives you more energy.
I've just started
It's good for the
watching
soul.
that episode of Seinfeld with Putty, so I'm really off the high fives right now. In fact, I just watched that this morning.
I'm
I was
sorry.
like getting ready. And
Nobody understands what you're talking
high
about.
five.
Too
Yeah.
soon, Suns
I-
fan.
No
I
thanks.
understand, but-
I'm out. I'm out on the high fives.
You're out.
Not cool anymore.
290s
And we're also
for me.
past fist bump. That died out pretty quick. That lasted like what?
Hey, come on, man. I
2-3
fist bumped
years.
the producer last night. Don't be talking shit.
Yeah, but it used to be fist bump everything. Like, oh, hey man, nice to see you. Fist bump.
Yeah.
You know, coming. Oh, you want a drink, man? No thanks. Fist bump.
So I like the fist bump because of germs. You know, you're just touching knuckles.
Yeah,
you're not shaking
that's
hands.
why Obama did it, and he made it super popular. Now that he's out of office, he's not fist bumping anymore. But
It's
I can see
over.
at least.
Yeah.
It is over.
Okay, well, there you go.
Oh, my. Okay, boys and girls, we've got one more series left today. It is going to be that upper bracket semifinals, and tomorrow is when hearts are broken. That's when we get to that lower bracket with the best of ones. I know you're looking forward to it, Trent. You're a sinister devil, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, you got a choice here. Do you want to go down to lower bracket or do you want to play liquid? You know, geez,
true.
Not fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
true.
either way, honestly.
That's true.
But at least liquid's one more chance, right? So, of course, you'd love to be victorious here.
Yep. But right now, we've got Virtus Pro versus Vici Gaming. We've got two players in the lobby. They're slowly setting up. I think VP had a little time to get some food in their bellies, relax after that honestly fairly intense series against Fnatic. We were all thinking that would probably be a quick series, likely 2-0 in favor of VP. And it went the stretch, and they were all surprisingly long games. The bracket.
Ah, there it is right there. See what we're fighting for here.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
there is your 2-1.
Yeah, you're kind of right, though. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. The lower bracket or Team Liquid, both of them, difficult challenges in their own right. But tomorrow, those opening rounds, it's going to be SG versus Immortals for survival in the tournament, and OG versus Fnatic also for survival in the tournament. Incredible to see OG in that lower bracket already.
Man,
Lots
that's
of
such a
scary
tough run,
teams.
too. Like, yeah, if you win that, like, let's say you're OG. You beat Fnatic, then you have to play Newbie.
Yep.
And then you have to play the loser of...
Oh, you only have to beat them once, though. That's the thing. Trent from TrentPax.com/Twitter. I actually messed that up. Damn it. Trent.
TrentPax.com/Twitter.
All right, now you gotta.
I don't have a website.
You have to
I'm
register
sorry.
that domain.
Hate to break it to you.
It's done.
Oh,
Somebody
Trent
just stole it.
Pax.
So
Yeah, we've
it's
got a
over.
nice spot here, Immortals. That looks pretty cozy, doesn't it?
Why? Because they can pick on poor SG Esports
I
and
don't
then
know. I'd
get
be
picked
scared of
on by
SG,
Virtus Pro or
honestly.
Vici?
I mean, not to say that they're, not scary, but they're less scary than playing Newbie in a best of one.
Well, they're not. Nobody's playing Newbie in the first round, though.
What?
So here's the thing, Trent. Pax at Twitter.com.
Got it.
Is South America is probably the scariest region to play a best of one against, I would say. I would
Completely agree.
I would literally rather play any other region.
What about Antarctica? You know nothing about them.
I mean,
Exactly.
they're
Got them
mole-
there.
I'm pretty sure they're mole people in Antarctica.
Penguin people.
Or that.
Yeah.
Team Pangolier.
Penguin. They've made it.
That's true.
They're secret
that's a good point.
agents.
That's a good point, actually.
And they've been sent in. Yeah, okay. I figured you out.
This is the worst. I love penguins, though. So
Yeah.
you got me.
Okay.
You got me at hello.
Sorry.
honestly.
I crumbled
I'm the
next to
one that
him.
made the talent schedule. I did this to myself, and I
Yeah.
don't know why.
This is your own fault, honestly.
This is the best podcast right here. The trio.
Yeah, Virtus Pro versus Vici, my favorite podcast on the internet.
Yeah,
It's gonna
maybe
be a
if we're
good one.
lucky, we'll get another 30-minute issue with
Honestly,
stuff and
We can fill forever.
back
Yeah,
back in
that'd
the
be great.
days of casting DAC,
back in my day.
back in my day,
Oh, I remember that.
there were a
DAC.
lot
That
of
was-
Calais,
That was
right?
Bruno's last event, right?
I think so. A lot of
Yeah.
Calais.
I think that
that's
was
where
your last event.
That's savage but true. That is actually 100% true. That's not true. I did Captain's Draft.
Okay.
Kind of an event.
Yeah, I think that DAC was when we did that 30-minute podcast about soda and fast food.
No, I enjoy talking. It's like an elongated episode of Seinfeld. You just talk about nothing forever. People love it. People in the chat right now, I'm sure they're just loving it.
Some people love it. I think that's the key caveat there. I don't know what the percentage is, but very polarized.
Quite low.
Just like that interview I did with No One. Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
Oh,
no one didn't love it.
For each his own.
Yeah.
I think you'd love that regardless. I think regardless of your actual perspective on the interview, it was golden.
Yeah.
Every which way. Congratulations. You're the best interviewer in the scene now, I'm pretty sure.
Well, especially the way you can handle those stoops. I mean, you really cozy up next to the players. It's so laid back and casual.
I keep trying to sit
Do
closer
you guys
to
want
them.
chairs? You want chairs? I don't want chairs.
You don't.
That's stupid up
Sitting
here.
closer to them makes it look a little bit too romantic.
Why? That's what they keep telling me. Every interview they say, Zyori, you need to move further to the right. You need there needs to be an appropriate space buffer. We guaranteed them that you wouldn't be too close to do these interviews. That was the one caveat to get these
Notice it's been a
on the
different
stage.
person every time because nobody wants to come back to the interview.
Yeah.
What can I
Is
say?
that a good or a bad thing, Zyori?
Well, I guess we'll find out as the tournament continues, as we're probably going to have some repeat
Oh, who are those
interviews.
guys behind us? Oh,
That's true.
I think that might be Vici Gaming.
There we go.
Oh,
So we got
making their
some
way to the stage.
We got some teams coming over to the stage. So what do we think, boys? Vici versus VP. We've seen both of them play a series now. Who's looking better? Who's your money on from a broad stroke perspective? Who's adapting to the patch better?
It's too small a sample size.
I won't say in terms of adapting to the patch. I'm not sure about that. But in terms of just gameplay today, definitely VP. I mean, the 2 games they won were just flawless.
Well, then
Vici
what about that
feel
game
very
one?
on and off as well. Like they played really well during the qualifiers, and they've kind of stooped a little bit too short in a lot of these events. VP have been pretty damn consistent, obviously, based on their past performances. But it is a new patch, so these almost feel like these best of ones. It feels like 3 best of ones. You know,
That's an interesting way to put
like
it.
every game, like there's almost no connection between them because so much is different. I mean, there's a little bit of connection,
Well,
but
okay,
not like
Suns fan. Now you're just wrong because yesterday, Vici did Undying Rasta, lost to OG. Game 2, they said, you know what? We're going to do Undying Rasta again.
Did he just say
I
yesterday?
said zero connection.
He's not
I said
paying attention.
yesterday.
Yeah,
I
you
meant
said
to say- I meant to say earlier
I know it's
today.
been a long day, dude.
It
but
feels like yesterday.
we're still.
See, the beauty of talents in Dota 2, Zyori, are that you can play heroes completely different. I can't even say this to the straight face. You can play heroes completely differently.
That's true.
That's the point of them. Undying can be a carry one day.
Well,
one day we'll get there.
Since you brought that up, when are we going to see the Ember Spear? We did see it 5th band in that last series, but I feel like there's a little bit of hope for a physical damage
I
Ember
agree.
Spirit
The talents
to
are
come back.
actually amazing.
Like Battle Fury Ember Spirit, like back in the day, the talents are okay for it.
He got,
You don't.
I
You
know.
seem very
don't do
skeptical
that.
here.
No,
Trent.
don't do that.
They're just
It's
better heroes. Why would I want to play Ember when I have AM?
Okay. If the game calls for it and Ember looks good, you go for the physical instead of magical now.
Yes, that is what talents can do. You can play the hero differently depending on the
Yeah,
situation.
but what I'm saying is 90% of the games in the last year have been magical Embers. And when it was physical, very, very awful, to put it bluntly, I guess.
But like you didn't enjoy the games because they just went on forever because
the win percentage is probably super low, I would think, with physical.
no, back in that day, that was when
No,
Envy
no,
was
I'm
just
talking about in the last
slaying.
year.
Oh well, yeah, okay,
But now I think it's going to make a comeback, guys. You excited?
all right.
Suns fan, I would have thought you'd favor Vici here because they played a Magnus with an Aghanim Scepter and won with it earlier today. That's almost an impossible feat. I mean, is it not? You are the Aghanims expert.
Will
is
this
that
move
not
it on the power
the
rankings?
worst
Can't-
Aghanims in the game?
No, I think it was Sniper's the worst. And then Sven. Sniper's is like in his own category. That's horrendous.
Okay, yeah,
but with the new
that's-
minus 1.5 second cooldown on like the cast animation of the cast animation on Assassinate could be good.
Maybe it's
Could be good.
That's your best ho ho ha ha.
I still don't understand the Magnus Ags.
It just
Were you casting that game? No, it was Grand Grand.
No,
and-
almost paneling.
Okay, I genuinely don't understand why. they
I
picked
thought he
that.
was just going to buy BKB to be honest, but
yeah.
play
That's
it a
what
little
we
bit
were all
safe.
thinking.
But he didn't need it. Played exceptionally well. In fact, he's probably the player I'll be watching the most this series. I think he had a very difficult game that he was given with that Magnus. I did not have a lot of hope. He didn't have anyone to set up those big fights for him. He had to make all the plays himself. He did it, and then the other game was when he was on the Void, right? He got that Shadow
Yeah.
Blade again,
I was
and he
just
just
gonna
took
say.
over. Like, offlane Void, not a good thing.
It's a really impressive Void game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
And they also picked the Lion, first Lion of the tournament, showing a
Yep.
little bit of love to the old Demon Witch there.
I still want to see Io. We saw him a couple
True.
times the first day.
yes.
Mostly
Definitely being
banned, and then
banned a lot.
now it feels like it hasn't been being it's not being banned
And
as
then
much.
I think in the game we had him, he got 15 maybe really late. I don't even remember seeing
Yeah, we didn't really get to
any
see
sort of a
the-
situation with it.
Wait, what's the? I love how we keep. Anytime I'm on the panel, we just talk about talents, but it's just so fun. This is going to be my new thing. I think I'm off the Aghanims, guys.
You know what it is? It's probably because we're all talentless. So that's all we end up talking about.
So what's the
Makes
other
sense.
talent for IO? Anybody offhand? What's the
For what?
alternative
I
for the
don't know.
15 instead of the Ags tether? Is it the Spirit Ball damage or something like that?
That's what I was thinking. I have a phone. I'll
I
look.
can't. I mean,
Some talents I just block out of my mind because I know I'll just get the other one. So I
Right.
just don't care.
yeah.
So.
Well, it depends on the game. You don't always want to go the Ags. What do you have? Garbage Ags? in the game,
Zero
you know?
step. I'm not still going to get it. Yeah.
You never know.
Could always be good.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes pro players don't even keep up with some of the Ags in the game. What was that game we saw?
Oh, that was the
LC?
Legion Commander
Yeah,
one, where
Legion
the
Commander.
Alchemist gave him the Ags, and then they tried to kill the target that they were dueling.
They
and
literally lost because he gave him Ags.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That
so
was
weird.
one of the greatest Suns fan clips of all time. Because you and Slacks were eating during that game. It was during
I'm
one
a
of the
professional
hubs.
caster here.
Uh,
Okay, how dare
Um,
you?
So, let's see here. Yeah, it's 90 spirits damage at level 15 or the tether.
Yeah,
So,
you take the tether most times.
okay.
that's
Pretty sure.
Well, I have sweet, sweet relief for all of you. There is
Are
a
we talking
draft
about more Ags?
actually
Oh,
happening
okay,
right
that's
now.
too bad.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry.
Let's do it. Game number 1, Virtus Pro, Vici Gaming. Hop in the draft.
Nice. Good finger guns.
All right, Bane. Money on Bane. First ban.
100%.
Oh, the Aghanims Magnus is out, guys. Oh no.
It's too strong.
Oh no.
It's a very solid ban. I think the hero Secret has already shown that it kind of gives you that really nice mid-game flexibility that you can either take fights with the Magnus, maybe following up on someone else, or you can use it for that chill back and farm kind of a strategy where you're okay heading into the later game. So
Are we actually gonna see a Bane?
I'm just surprised. I
Oh,
talked a lot of shit
man,
about
they're
Magnus
flying
early
right
in this
now.
tournament.
Well, I mean, it's just his talents. Everything else about the hero is still pretty cool, but his talents just feel the 10 and 15 are just so.
Yeah.
They're
I think
not
it's
cool.
a hard hero to balance as well. Bane is finally out. Damn.
Yeah, I think if you're not first pick, you don't want to let the Bane through. So. Night Stalker is gone. We're looking
Well-
for some friends here. The Tusk is still in.
Wisp has made it through as well, boys.
Yeah, he's
You
been
never
making
know.
it through. I hope they end up taking it. But don't want to get my hopes up here.
First pick Ogre going to be coming back.
So now that was something for Vici earlier today,
Yes,
right?
that was game 3 against OG, and they did win that game.
I did some testing too. The Fire Blast does work. You do get the damage now. I played an Ogre game during that time frame where it didn't, and I was wondering why I wasn't blasting anybody down. It was pretty sad. But
That is pretty
it is
sad.
patched. We're good to go here. So
Okay, so Ogre is legit. Two
Yeah.
heads are better than one.
the forehead strat, the Jakiro. Not seeing him much, eh?
Yeah, that's true.
I think we saw him once yesterday.
I feel like he was making appearances yesterday in the draft, but today he's just out of there.
Yeah, pretty underwhelming. SG was the team that played him, and they obviously did not win that series.
Considering the shallowness of the position 5 too, it's a little surprising. But if you don't have that strength or the flexibility of the position 3, maybe you just don't want to go for him anymore right now. Speaking of big 5s today, Wyvern
Yeah, I was
also
gonna
still
say,
here.
That's true. Good old Wyvern.
Vici also gravitating towards the Priestess of the Moon. Of course, I guess pretty popular amongst Chinese teams.
I think if they don't pick it here, they'll probably get banned, which might be what they're considering here. Just thinking, like, what do we want in this 2-3? Who are we willing to reveal?
Yeah.
Because if they don't pick Potom or Marana, the other one's probably going to get banned.
Potom or Marana.
Sorry, Potom or OD.
I love both Potom and Miranda myself.
Hey, okay.
She is very attractive. Winter Wyvern, though. Very safe opener.
I feel like you do open yourself up to some count. Oh my lord! Okay. Oh, the budge. We got 2 saves now. We got Cold Embrace and the Hook. What I was going to say about Wyvern being so early. Obviously, he's been picked all tournament, but you can counter it still.
How so?
Like
What is
Cold
the
Embrace?
counter to
You
Wyvern?
can turn it against people, right? You can get an OD. You can get
Yeah.
Necro, something like that.
Lion, Invoker, Sunstrike.
But that doesn't
people.
necessarily counter.
No, no, I'm
I mean,
not-
it's the Winter's Curse is really the big.
I'm not saying
the
it
big
hard
kahuna.
counters. I'm just saying opening it up so early allows them to do that. But obviously, you do want to take supports early.
And with these two, you can hook people that are Cold Embrace.
That's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
So
Xylori.
that's kind of cool, right? It's like a double save. The
Yeah, you could
reposition.
actually. Well, you can also now do damage to those people. Let's say there's someone you want to like grab out of it who's attacking. There, you
Oh.
could single someone out of that Cold Embrace.
I like it. I like some.
I wonder if
Pudge.
you go for the little Rubik. You'd be revealing both supports early, but it's pretty good against both Pudge and Winter Wyvern.
Yeah.
Give you a lot of options here for little
And
big
it
plays.
honestly is a pretty good support duo. Ogre and
Yeah.
Rubik, a lot of pressure in the lane, a lot of mobility. They picked the Brew instead.
Okay.
much more common to grab like something like this offlaner here, and already one of the most successful looking heroes here, even if he's not winning every single game.
He looks good, though.
He does.
He looks real good, even in the losses. Great hero.
A lot of pressure.
And someone who can actually, out of the off lane, do something with Bloodlust, which is kind of cool. Not the most common thing of off lane heroes in that early game when he's not splitting up. Maybe you can do some damage, actually perhaps even get a kill without ulting, which is pretty cool.
Are you telling me Darkseer doesn't do much with Bloodlust, Trent?
I tell you.
Well, he does have a right-click talent, right? 90 damage.
That's right.
That's
So,
true.
Just you wait.
Viper taken out now, and that's been kind of a staple for VP. They've been taking it first overall until that loss earlier in the last series. Pretty strong overall.
And we
You
also
can get rid of the flesh heaps with that break.
Wow.
That's powerful.
Yeah. I suppose that's all right. That's not so bad.
Bat Rider's a hero we've only seen banned. We haven't really seen him at all, I don't think, right?
Correct. I mean, now, forgive me, but doesn't the Eon disc just counter Bat Rider a little bit?
Boo. Who cares? Then they have to buy an Eon disc. I'm sure that's fine. That's a worthy thing to do. Like, I think Bat Rider's just really strong because of the whole laning thing. We're back to the old school off lane.
Oh, yeah.
You can be in better matchups.
I guess
in these
jungling
situations.
Bat Rider is pretty dead now with
But
the
if you get-
changes to the jungle.
If
Yeah,
you
like
get farmed
support
enough,
role or
you
anything.
don't have to worry about Eon Disc anymore. You can just get Ags and just get 2 people in your lasso, Zyori.
Well, that is fair. Bested
Very
again
fair.
by the Aghanims argument. I have no counter.
The 60-minute game, you know? We know this is going to go late.
Bat Rider Ags is pretty legit, though. I mean, we've seen it in a number of games.
It's fairly common these days.
Yeah, it's honestly pretty good. It's one of those Aghanims where even if you don't get 2, it forces the other team to play differently, knowing that you have that ability.
I like it when the first lasso target gets purged by like a Legion commander or something, and they still drag their ally around. I think that is one of the funnier interactions in Dota right now.
Yeah, definitely. Vici thinking hard about this second phase of bans, though, chewing through this reserve time.
Probably just considering, like, what do they have right now? They have a Panda who can fight decently well with his ulti in the early game, and what do we have?
They banned Sniper.
Yeah, so someone who can kind of sit in behind, who abuses Bloodlust ridiculously, also counters the OD, and yeah, they're going to ban it out just because they've obviously been picking it already. So maybe
Vici would have banned a Rubik there, honestly.
Yeah, I think it's more important just to get rid of the Sniper. Now they have a Puck too, so that could have been a bad time. So Lincoln's carrier decent for Virtus Pro this game with both the Pudge and the Wyvern, but with the Puck there, doesn't really do anything there. So nice coverage right now from Vici in terms of overall control.
I mean, always good to have silence against Brewmaster, right? That's one of the key things. Not allowing him to split whenever he wants.
5 seconds
I think BKB is the name of the game now.
For Brew?
Well, I don't know if you get it. I mean, depends if he wants to go fighting brew or brew, right? Yeah. I just coined that, by the way. Brew.
Like he's farming, like he's brewing up a storm of gold.
Sure. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Lion is picked. Wow-wee.
We've seen him against Brewmaster today, but with the not going to take the Rubik, we'll get a different kind of instant catch here for the Puck.
Yeah, I guess okay against the Pudge, too.
And we already talked about the Wyvern, too. I think that was earlier on, right, where we had the Cold Embrace targets that just get fingered on down.
Also, you know, similar flavor to the Rubik, and since it pairs well with the Ogre, right? Great supporting cast for the lane. A lot of control, a lot of damage.
Also has AoE Hex.
If you get to level 25. Now the
Finally.
anti-mage.
Finally. Is this our first?
Today,
Yeah.
it is our first
Bloodseeker
AM.
is still there, though.
Ah, nice. Good call. Also someone who we love. We talked about heroes that work well with like a Brewmaster or a Tide Hunter, these frontliners, creating this chaos,
Sure.
chasing around with the Pandas. I am down with the Bloodseeker.
AM does feel very strong right now, though. He just...
Oh, yeah. He's the man.
I don't know if Bloodseeker is enough, right? It's good against AM, but...
I think with the hero composition they have, it's definitely good enough.
Yeah, I think it suits them really well.
Okay.
I'd be really surprised if they don't take it. What else would you consider an AM counter anyway? Other than
There aren't
Bloodseeker?
any. That's why they just pick them.
I always struggle. Other than Bloodseeker,
I mean, there's things that you can like burst down, like Sven or something. Maybe.
I
if
mean,
you
back
think
in the
you have
day,
control.
but that's the thing.
Did
Like back in the day, used to
Morphling,
be-
Morphling used to be one.
Stop making fun of my old age.
Stop saying back in the day.
Back
then.
in my day in Dota 1, it was Spectre and Conquer that countered anti-mage. But not...
But no, seriously, though, like, old Morphling, right? Wasn't that one of the carries that you would often see picked against anti-mage? So he has less counters than he used to.
Plus, yeah, the hero's not even in captain's mode.
Yeah,
so.
plus he's
And
the
he's
hero's
completely
gone. He's a
Well,
whole new
you
hero.
can become anti-mage.
Oh.
What's better than countering anti-mage by making his brother, his long-lost evil brother?
Hey, there it is. The final ban on Dragon Knight, the mid that I've been calling for.
Not going to happen.
Are we going to see him?
He's out of there.
I mean, I don't know. We haven't seen him yet, so it's hard to say that he feels strong. But on paper, I want to say he's got a place in this patch.
He would have had some nice laning flexibilities here, just because the final pick is going over to Vici Gaming. So if they had the DK here, they can kind of work around with the Bloodseeker or the Dragon Knight in the mid or the safe lane. Obviously, more likely the DK would have gone mid, but decent matchup versus the Puck, so that would have limited the options there. I feel like I'd probably ban a mid hero here if I'm VP. I'd lean more towards the off-lane Puck, but they're going to take care of the Clockwork, someone who could help shut down this Brewmaster and control up the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, it feels like Puck off-lane has been a lot more common, but we did see Excalibur play it mid in that last series, so fresh on our minds. VP with plenty of reserve time. What do they need here?
Building pressure, range tower hitter.
Hey, they got Brewmaster for that, bro.
Yeah, well,
Great tower
some
pusher.
actual tower pushing.
Hey, we've been seeing that used almost.
No,
in
I
a
know,
lot
it
of
looked
cases
good,
for the building damage.
but for the rest of the game, before he's level 18.
Because in the last series, VP had a lot of trouble going high ground. They had to resort to getting a terrible item in the Meteor Hammer. It didn't work, right?
Is Pugna a potential option for Virtus Pro?
It's not too bad. It would have maybe put them on a bit of a shorter timer.
A little scary against Anti-Mage, perhaps?
Yeah.
That's a pretty big pinata there to pop with the Mana Void.
I mean, there's other heroes in the pool like Razor who kind of fill that niche, but not very good against Puck or Anti-Mage. Already looking like a game where you're not going to see a lot of damage, so it doesn't feel very strong. The Viper's already been taken out. DP, I guess, is still in the pool. She kind of helps with those situations. She has a silence against the Puck, and she can follow up the Hex.
It does kind of feel like you're on a ranged hero here.
Yeah.
They're pretty melee heavy already. I like the DP. I think that could work nicely. Something to close this game out and keep it
I feel
high
like
octane.
then you might have two ultimates that you're relying too much on with cooldown-wise, but not really thinking of anything better right now.
Who else could?
Yeah,
I mean, I guess they could take Visage, to be fair, since we did see in that last series. I don't know if it's the VP style, but it's certainly an option.
Oh, I mean, Lil can play at the very least, but they already have their supports line.
Right, that's what I mean.
Unless
For-
it's a
in the mid-roll.
mid-lion.
Mid-roll. All right,
Yes.
it's the Mirana.
Okay. Fair enough. Ranged. She can put a little bit of damage on those towers. Decent to help follow up, too. It's actually pretty nice.
They don't have great siege, but boy, do they have a lot of control and a lot of good team fight.
Yeah, big old hunting party after the Anti-Mage this game to be chasing him around the map.
Damn, they really do have a lot of mobility.
10 seconds remaining.
3 leaps. No, did you guys catch that in the notes by any chance?
5 seconds.
She's got
think I've
3
seen it
leaps.
a couple times.
3 leaps.
I hear it's good.
It's hard to run out.
Too good. All right, what is it here, boys? Call this last pick for Vici Gaming.
Are we assuming this is a mid-puck at this point?
Probably going to need an off-lane. Whoa, the Omni Knight. So this is the
Interesting.
first Omni Knight pick of this event,
Okay.
and it is going to be the off-lane Omni.
Bit of a classic with Pudge. Used to be a little bit of a thing, right? Keep him going through the rots and everything. Just keep healing him up in the front line. Look at that big
Wyvern
old
has some
Pudge.
issues right
Pretty
now.
pretty dank Wyvern cosmetic there.
How about those the light show from the Sven? Are you guys seeing that?
The light
Bouncing
show?
all over the
Oh,
place.
yeah.
No, I didn't
His
see that.
sword was
It's
sending
also
lights
a
everywhere.
pretty impressive Pudge set. So, okay, we've got final drafts. What do you think, boys? Faith in this Omni Knight for Vici Gaming, or are you sticking to your VP guns?
No, I like the VP draft. I think it's just more balanced. Looks pretty solid to me.
I think Bloodseeker's going to have a great game. Yeah, I'm going to go VP on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you guys. I like the Omni Knight last pick, but I'm not sure that it's enough. Maybe a lot of pressure on this Pudge to get some work done.
It just looks more difficult to execute for me. It's
Oh,
all
no
on
doubt.
LAN M. He's to make a lot of big plays early on with the hooks, get some pressure across the map on that Pudge. And if he doesn't, then it kind of looks like they're going to have a little easier time picking on the AM. So.
Yeah. Okay, well, with that said, we're going to hand it over to our casters. We've again got the amazing analytical duo of Grand Grant and Lacoste to take it away.
Thank you very much, Zyor. And here we go. VPVG game number 1, 2-1 series today. Who does this favor? The team that got a little bit of rest or the team who's been warmed up, just played a long 3-game series, Lacoste?
I would love to play when I actually won the series against Fnatic.
Yeah, you just want to keep on
Yeah, I
playing.
just
You're
wanna keep
warmed
on
up
playing. What's the most games you played?
in a row. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say, I think 18 in one day. I'm sure everyone's had that one day where you just play
Those
an
are
insane
rookie
amount.
numbers. You need to get those up.
The rookie number, why?
Yeah,
What's the most
I
you
don't-
played?
I
24?
think 23 or 22.
22, not even one game every hour. All right. I mean, you're doing pretty good too, though. But we do see an invasion. We see VP down bottom with 4 heroes, and VG kind of surrounding them with 3 others, and Young 11 spots him out, and he's just going to run away
30
here.
seconds.
I think out of all the players we've seen individually, I think Young 11's had like the best that first series he played was just so amazing. Played well all three, and here we go. Arrow flies out. It is going to miss. LAN M's going to rot up. Ramsey's taking a ton of damage on this Bloodseeker. He has no escape mechanism. Here comes the orb through Fenrir as well. Arctic Burning. They get the kill on Ramses, but now Pudge will deny himself, luckily, and VP Solo in a lot of trouble here himself. Tons of armor still, though. Tough to bring him down, but Ori will, and that's a double kill for the Puck. And that's the middle Puck, after all, so he is going to be having a great time.
That's almost a full Gold Talisman plus a Flask. That's pretty huge for a mid matchup against Mirana.
Exactly, and he is going to run at mid, another Null Talisman as well as that Flask, and gets back in time with that free TP to block, and Paparazzi versus Pasha up top now. 1v1 at the Rune, and nothing really going to happen out of that. We do see Drunken Haze skilled. Is this going to be a good anti-mage game? We saw yesterday Miracle 999 gold per minute. Are you expecting to see something like that out of him as well?
Well, it's an anti-mage. What I feel about the anti-mage is that he's kind of OP right now. It's easier to play him. Battle Fury is so good.
Oh, in middle lane we see an arrow barely fly by Fenrir.
And look at his talents.
Yeah,
I just saw a pub game while I was waiting for this to start. Blink Uncontrollable Illusion. Yeah, it's really good when someone is chasing you. That's pretty much it.
That's what it feels like. We do see a 2v1 lane at bottom. It's going to be Lion Bloodseeker up against the Omni Knight. So a reasonably tough lane for the Omni Knight once he loses his mana in the regen. But until then, he'll definitely get a lot of experience. Pasha losing all his mana at the expense of Paparazzi's HP. Solo just going to harass him back a little bit, and I think if they control this AM, VP definitely wants to do that. They know the rest of the late game for VG is just kind of unexistent unless you have like a Radiance Omni Knight or something, but even that doesn't feel that good.
Well, Puck is scalable, especially with this good start.
Yep, that's true, the double kill. We do see him harassing out of lane, trying to get Paparazzi a little bit more room there. And Panda, I know you love Panda. Why do you like Panda so much in this patch? Or just
I love Panda even before the patch. I just think he's such a great hero. You can put him on mid lane. Usually it's the best for the off lane because he just destroys the off lane. Now he does not have a mana, but still it's really pain in the ass to play against him.
Is, and bottom lane we see Lil actually get a full pull on the creeps, and I've seen all these pros struggling with getting this pull now. It seems a lot more difficult than it used to with the timings. Over here Solo just gonna TP out Ogre, still 8 armor at level 1. Pretty darn good. No one getting harassed out. He has to avoid that jaunt from Ori. Luckily he does avoid it. And he is 10-5 against the 8-2 of Mirana. Doing a very good job, especially with that first blood as well as the second blood.
Mirana has no regen left. Puck has a Flask still, plus is getting really close to bottle.
Yeah, and even Solo's running middle. I thought maybe to bring some regen, but he has no regen as well.
Seems like everyone is going to use Soul Ring, especially those strength offlaners.
Yeah.
Because of the 6 extra strength. It's so good.
I think it's actually 8 once you finally make it. Or is it? Am I wrong? No, it's 6. All right. Yeah,
you know I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, that's why, you know, I'm the play-by-play. You're the analyst. I make you
I heard
think.
Zayori saying 2 analysts.
Yeah. Well,
you never know what you get. Like, is it play-by-play Grant? Is it analyst?
Yeah,
is it
it's only
camera
one.
work?
I just lose half my IQ half the time when it's in my camera. Yeah, it's just, you know.
Well, you don't lose much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, 0 times 0 is still 0.
Exactly.
Young 11 bottom. We've seen him. He's been playing a lot of playmaker heroes in the first series, and now he's playing an Omni Knight. That's not really a playmaking hero, right? Like, what do they expect out of him this game? Just keep the AM alive? It feels like they want to do a lot of like 4v5 fighting while AM farms.
We'll see what AM is going to go for, but maybe a Lincoln Sphere will be good. Even Aghanim Scepter, if he is repelled, like he can use the Rupture and give it back to Bloodseeker.
Remember how good Pudge plus Omni Knight used to be when Repel lasted so much longer? Now it just feels so much weaker.
Yeah, well, Pudge is hasted.
Oh, look at him run. And there he goes. Oh, almost hits the hook on Lil. Unfortunately doesn't. That more than likely would have just been instant heal. Line would have stunned, but it wouldn't have meant too much.
Well, you asked, depends how the game goes. They might go for a Radiance. As you mentioned, they think they need one more damage dealer.
Oh,
nice one.
Is going to hook this time. And we are going to get a nice Hex off so he can't get the heal off, but now he will. Nope, double stun and Little putting on the shoes, getting some nice jukes off. Instead, they're going to turn on Ramses. He did not see that coming. He's in a little bit of trouble. Actually heals himself so he won't die. Now Little going to get harassed down, but he's chasing down LAN M. This should be a kill. Nice. Heals himself up, and look who's here. Solo on the backside as well. Gets the stun off Ramses, double kill, and heals himself to full at the same time.
Did you just call him Little?
Lil?
Little?
Lil? Little, yeah. Nice rotation there from the Ogre at the last second, but it felt like a little bit of an overcommit from the Pudge Omni. Without that repel on the rod, you just do so much damage to yourself.
That's the thing. It's because of the build on Pudge. He went for that gauntlets. Usually you start with boots of speed because you want to have more move speed than the other heroes, so you can chase them down.
Yep. Young 11 going to take a lot of damage just to get that rune. Does get the heal off, and now Solo's in a little bit of trouble, but it feels, I mean, you're fine. Omni versus Ogre, 8 armor versus the 70 damage just absolutely does nothing.
And almost 6 regen for him.
Yep. He's having a great time, but up comes the Pudge, who's only level 2 though. Feels a little bit bad. I mean, the hook range doesn't increase as much as it used to, obviously per level, only 100 per level. The biggest thing is Anti-Mage is at top of the CS boards at 24 and 8. So he's having a pretty good time. Do you think they just focus on the other heroes, let him get farm, and then just deal with him when you come? Bottom lane though, unfortunately, Young 11 gets hexed up and he will go down. And yeah, they were talking about how this is such a good Bloodseeker game. How do you stop this guy? How do you shut him down? Once he gets that rupture and just roams around the map, it's going to be a rough one.
They have a Winter Wyvern, but maybe just use a heal, but on the other side you have a lot of magic burst damage from Lion, from Bottom. I guess they just need to get some levels, leave Anti-Mage to farm, maybe get Pasha some levels. Yeah, make a rotation once he hit level 6. The big timing is going to be a Blink Dagger on Pasha.
Yeah, that's always the thing. Centaurs as well as Pandas, you know, get that first blink, just blink in, get those early kills in middle lane. Arrow will fly out, actually hits a creep. Solo will continue to just hit Orion. Even after that good start, 21 and 13, and now no one is actually winning in that mid lane at 24 and 10. Solo's done a good job of just rotating from middle to bottom, getting those kills and securing middle lane. Panda top lane. Still just fighting Paparazzi 1v1. Clap as well as Drunken Haze. Bottom though, Young 11 might just die, needs one more hit. Will Ramses get it? He sure will. Unfortunately didn't have Blood Rage going, and Solo will end up dying to the Ancients as well, and that hurts LAN. He really needed that kill and that experience. He's still stuck at level 2. Feels like the supports on Vici Gaming just aren't really getting that much done, and I mean they're reasonably aggressive supports with an Arctic Burn as well as a hook.
Well, they started good. They got the 1 kill. Yeah. Extra strength for Pudge later on once he gets the flesh heap up.
Oh, bottom lane again. Young 11, he will get stunned. The silence should come out in time. It does. He's taking so much damage, but a nice coil will help it. So Young 11 can get the heal off. He does the last second. Ramses will just TP out. No, he gets to kill. That buff on the damage when you go out of coil so much. And now Lil in a little bit of trouble as well. Ori just right-click him down. He will get the kill. Solo as well going to get chased down, but they will just back up. And oh my goodness, he had a ton of HP, and that coil break just
Here's a tip
instantly killed
for
him.
you scrubs. Don't TP out of Dream Coil anymore.
Yeah, 300 damage. No damage on the impact, but after that, it's fine. You do see the Pudge going in. Solo trying to run away. That heal, and they're just going to run at him. LAN will get the kill. Still level 2, but he will definitely take it, especially for that flesh heap, like you said later. And just like that, 4-2 to 4-5. Vici with some nice rotations. After we're talking about how slow they're moving around, and just like that, they change it up.
With all those kills, look at Lion. He's level 5.
He's killing it. And top lane, they need to be careful. Pasha definitely could just get, oh, Paparazzi getting gone on. He will just get the hex up. Will we get a crit? Is it enough? No.
They just
1
needed one more
brawler.
crit,
Yep.
and that's it.
Unfortunately, doesn't get in Fenrir, smokes up his team bottom.
Or maybe Panda could just try to man fight him
A little earlier.
Yeah, and then Lion shows up a little bit later, and that's it.
The 4-man rotation. Here we go. Coil breaks out. He already gets the raindrop charge. The heal does so much damage. LAN goes for the hook, misses, doesn't even need it. Ramses dies, and they have to cancel the TP. You cannot TP into 4 of them. Ori does end up getting ruptured, and he just TPs back to the base. He's fine. All the meanwhile, no one. Still farming up middle nicely. He's only 5th on the net worth chart.
This tier 1 tower looks so weird on the side of Dire. It's like someone moved him for no reason.
Yeah, but it's one of those changes that, I mean, it makes sense, obviously, that even out, like, Earth Spirit used to be so good on the Radiant because you could just roll it. Now on Dire as well, you hide in these trees, a lot easier to get some roll-ins. Now we see LAN faking a few hooks out middle. Ori doing a good job. He already has his Veil at 8 minutes in, and that's going to be big. You talked about the Panda getting Blink, but he actually goes Tread Soaring instead. Do I mean, is that just for man fighting the AM? He's just going to stay up here instead of roaming around, maybe?
It's farming potential and tankiness.
Oh, bottom lane. They instantly kill the Winter Wyvern. Pardon me.
He can also get a Quelling Blade on Panda just to excel the farm.
Yeah. Were you a Poor Man's Shield Iron Talon fan? Or are you glad both are gone?
I'm both they're gone. I'm glad actually. Maybe not Iron Talon. I don't think
middle
that,
lane. Veil.
Item was talking about imbalanced. He had one more leap ready.
Yep, and here comes the arrow. Flies out. Will miss everyone. Splitting the wickets. But we see that the Veil plus the break does 350 damage to Mirana, but still, he just leaps away. Break doesn't do that much stun. Bottom lane now, Young 11 with the level 4 heal and Soul Ring can just bully around Ramses a little bit.
I mean, the thing is with the Mirana, like she used double leap and still has one. Usually you wouldn't be able to do that because you need to play careful. If he lands a hook, you can die, but still has one more leap charge.
Yeah, and there we go.
Come back to the lane safely.
Just man fighting the Panda, and so hard to do, especially with these treads now. Just so much more. The 10 strength plus the attack speed. Can't do much against him. And he was farming very well. Seems to slow down a little because the Panda did go the treads.
He almost have the same amount of farm as Anti-Mage, has more denies though.
Yeah, that is a ton of experience like we see from him. And actually a smoke up. Solo as well as Lil are going to look over. Oh, an Anti-Mage will see him just blink away. Ori's here as well. If they want to turn around, they definitely could. Arctic Burn already committed from Fenrir. And he has no Cold Embrace. He goes the 2-2-0 build.
I love the 2 build in Q because of the cooldown. Level 1 cooldown is so bad, 50 seconds.
Oh, and top lane. Pasha now just running in. Middle lane, though, no one does get that solo kill on the Lil. And nice space making from the puck there.
They're reading the movement really well. What Virtus Pro is going to do, just put down the scoreboard, see that LAN hit level 6, use the tome, know what's the best hero to kill, Anti-Mage, so they just set up an ambush.
Yep. That's what we're doing. We now see him pushing in middle. The solo build, he is maxing Bloodlust. In the other game, we did see Vici actually max the Ignite. They're just going for the full, let's give it to no one. Let's watch him do some damage.
Yeah, Winter Wyvern is so good against Bloodlusted heroes. Once you use ulti, they die so fast.
Yeah. And bottom lane, actually, Omni Knight actually spots out the line running down, but we are going to see a stun out. Will they get in time? No, he gets the repel off barely, and he will just be able to run uphill. Will they continue chasing? They will not.
Oh, look at the Rupture cast range. Looks so bad.
Yeah,
like you need to be in a melee range.
Yeah, you used to be able to just do it from like hill to hill, middle lane, which is why a lot of people said the hero, it didn't, that's the only nerf he got, but it feels really bad. Now top lane, Paparazzi still just farming, and this is when you wish you could, you know, buy a broadsword or a claymore, farm so much quicker in the jungle.
Also Perseverance doesn't give extra damage that it used to, so
no Iron Talon as well.
This is the hardest part, just to farm that Demon Edge.
Yeah, and then once you do, though, your farm just so much more than before.
If you look at, okay, mid lane.
Ooh, Coil is going to come out from behind. Little Oni gets hooked, and it breaks the Coil into the tower. He is more than likely going to go down here. Nicely done by LAN. M Solo in a lot of trouble himself. Body blocked by Young 11. And this is looking like a 2-for-0 trade. Nice reaction times from Ori as well as LAN M there.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
If you look at the supports inside of Virtus Pro, only one needs that dome on the Vici gaming side. You have Pudge and Winter Wyvern, who pretty much end up being like level 4, level 5, especially if Pudge can't find any openings early on.
Yeah.
Pudge bought it actually, so
has his level 6 now. A lot of lockdown, especially very good against that Panda, which it looks like they kind of want to gank on, but look at this. VP already knows what's going on. They both have a ward in the same spot, and Pasha is full mana HP with his Soul Ring. It's going to be so hard to commit on him. They get the Hex off on the backside on Puck. He's going to get silenced up, and he will go down. 454 gold for Ramses.
He didn't want to risk anything, was just using the finger and
oh, and they're just going to run on. Will LAN M get stunned up? Do they have it? Oh, he gets away. Rupture comes up because the arrow actually hit Anti-Mage in the back. He's going to blink away a little. Will get silenced. No, it runs out of it. Nicely done. He has Blinking too. Will he get away? Lil's here all right next to him, but he didn't know. And there we go. Arrow flies, stun flies. They both miss. Paparazzi eating his way through the trees. The movement speed from level 3 lead. Will it be enough? Double damage on Mirana. Paparazzi gets the blink. He's still gone. So slow, and a triple TP coming out from VG. Unfortunately, doesn't look like they can really do anything here unless Ori catches up with no blink dagger. But no one, actually. He might have stayed a little bit too long.
They might
Arctic
reset
Burnal
the
slow
fight.
and nice hook. Ramses dies instantly. Panda will finally get the split up. He's going in for LAN on the backside. Solo, though, getting right-clicked down by the Omni Knight as well as Puck. And now LAN he's committing so much for this level 6 Pudge. Paparazzi uses ultimate, trying to get Solo. Will they? Or he goes forward. He will pick it up. And Panda might be in a little bit of trouble. Throws him into the air. Pasha has a Blink Dagger. Still hasn't used it yet. There we go. Blinks over, blinks backwards, but on the other side, AM gets arrowed up again, blinks back to his tower, and it looks like he will be okay. And now we just see the power of Omni Knight as well as Winter Wyvern in fights. He doesn't even have a Cold Embrace yet.
Well, that was a nice hook to start it up. Bloodseeker didn't use any spells, has a Midas, which is on cooldown, which you really like. That's the worst part.
Oh,
Like one of the worst things in Dota. If Midas is on cooldown and you're dead.
Yeah, you realize how much gold you're actually losing. He does have that. He is going the Radiance build. Is that still just the go-to build on Bloodseeker? I know we used to see some Sanjin Yashas.
I don't know, with mischance from Anti-Mage, clear the illusions faster from Anti-Style. Should be good. Maybe a Lincoln Sphere after that for the so Pudge can't hook him, Winter Wyvern can't help.
Bottom lane, they're going in on Ramses again. He gets the veil off. He's going to eat him, going to do a ton of damage, but Little luckily does get a nice stun, a nice silence as well. Ramses going to run away because of Pudge getting a little bit lower. They can't kill him, but Lil in trouble as well. Gets the Rupture off on him. Ori will at least be able to bring it down the line. One more attack. Looks like it does go down. And look at it, no one as well as Solo rotating on bottom for him. LAN still extremely low, but Tranquils will now kick in.
Well, the timing on Anti-Mage Battle Fury is still fine.
Yeah.
15 minutes in, with all the pressure, there's an
Arrow
arrow.
flies in, hits LAN. I don't know if they want to commit. They know Young 11 at any time could just come on over, heal him up, and they can't do anything. And there is 4 bottom now from VG. AM going away, going to farm up. Like you said, just picked up the Battle Fury.
There's a thing with the Soul Ring and the runes. Now you can hook the runes, so if you're missing mana, you use a Soul Ring and hook, and then you just get more mana. I don't think it's how it's supposed to work, but
it is. I mean, that's Dota, right? A lot of little things you didn't think would work, but do. That's what makes Dota so lovable, I guess. Top lane, Pasha has still not left it at all. Level 12 now, has a Blink Dagger, treads. He's going Midas next. I mean, this guy's a farm machine. Are they trying to outscale him into the late game since it's just an anti-mage?
yeah, probably. With 2 Midases, they can catch up. I mean, there's bottom, who almost has a...
Oh, and here we go. They're actually
Maelstrom.
going on Lil right now. Gets hexed up the rot. Nice body block. Arctic Burn will slow him down. Look at that slow. He has 127 move speed. Will get the stun up. Solo needs to be careful. There is another hook. And let's see if LAN can hit this. He's been on point. Oh, unfortunately misses this one. But Young 11 now with the Blink Dagger on Omni Knight, playing so aggressively.
Dire's top tower
Yeah, well,
is under
I guess they
attack.
think Omni Knight just needs to be at the good position. That's why he picked up a Blink Dagger. Talent 3 plus 90 gold per minute. Will allow him to farm with a Quelling Blade, can just easily jungle, have a TP, help his team out. They're looking at the timings. Once Anti-Mage gets the Manta style, just maybe try to Roche and continue to dominate. Maybe smoke gank with just Pudge and Puck now that he has a Blink Dagger up.
But instead they're going to actually smoke up the Puck as well as the Anti-Mage and run down bottom. We've seen 1 Mana Void on a level 4 Ogre. Looks like they want to get more done here. Ramses had to know something was up. He's backing up, but Fenrir, oh, he's going to spot him out. They're going to know he's here. Unfortunately, he can't TP now because the Mana Void. A nice Rupture coming up the AM, but it won't be enough. They bring him down so quickly, and he gets the Creep Wave at the same time. He's feeling good about that. Middle lane, though. They'll finally get that tier 1. Oh my goodness. Young 11, unfortunately, cannot get any of his spells off and dies. So they'll lose the Omni Knight as well as the tier 1. Any denied chance? Doesn't look like it. We haven't seen much from no one. He's been just farming up like the Panda. And he's pretty darn farmed right now.
Yeah, he's 7k. Actually, Bloodseeker has the
most.
highest net worth.
Yeah, and he
Which is
did.
pretty surprising.
And he did buy
With
out
the
that
5
Radiance.
deaths.
Yeah, which is nuts. I mean, that's how good Radiance is, I guess. Unreliable, reliable gold. Still a mystery to some. Not to me, though. And here we go. Hex is going to come out. They're going to look for Puck again, and he instantly dies. And this is good. Little getting the kill. If he gets a Blink Dagger on this line, they're going to have so much control in these team fights. Like, one of the best counters to Puck, as we saw earlier.
Well, he can buy items. Solo is always the one buying all the obs, all the sentries.
Yeah. I mean, you're just a glorified bloodlust machine on Ogre in this game, it feels like.
Tis mine.
He has what he needs. A Windlace, a Magic Wand. That's it. He just needs some levels.
Exactly.
It would be cool if he could get to level 10.
Look at this. Top lane, Ramsey's continuing to farm very close to that Radiance. Now only about 600 off once he clears out this wave.
We still didn't see any Winter Wyvern ultis.
Yeah. Do you like the no cold embrace still at level 8? Isn't that a little odd not to have 1 point in it even?
Say again?
Is it weird there's no points in cold embrace at level 8 yet?
Oh.
Or it's just
level 1.
Whatever. Yeah, level 1, it just feels like the heal, the armor, not the armor gives you, but just the protection. Here we go. He's going to Arctic Burn up, but he is going to get ruptured. He's going to try to TP out, and he should be fine because they used that stun early. And a nice TP out coming from Winter Wyvern. Ori, LAN, just chilling around middle. No smoke ganks happening quite yet. Paparazzi now has the Yasha. And it looks like he's going for Linken's, not even Manta style, just Linken's right after Yasha.
Well,
I mean, ton of good stuff. I mean, you block Voodoo, you block Ogre stun, you can just get out of there much easier. Bottom lane, looks like they want to go in on Pasha, and he might know something's up. So farmed. Blink Dagger, Morbid Mask, Hanamitis, he's going to go in. No TP out yet. And here we go. They see Pasha in there, and he is not looking good. Will they get him? Oh, the hook's just barely going to be late. Now the Panda's going to go on him. Unfortunately, there's no one else in. Just going to be a fully defensive Panda ulti, which is fine. He gets out of there. But now we see no one in solo moving in. Ooh.
Well, defensive Lincoln Sphere on Puck, so he can get ruptured, can get initiated on with the Lion, who's getting really close to Blink Dagger, 600 gold away.
Yep. Oh, top lane again. Rupture comes out, and Fenrir seems to be the one most punished by this. Unfortunately, no TP for 8 seconds. Now Ramses can't find him. There he is. And this will be easy kill for him with the Radiance as well. That's going to be nice. And now no one already pushing in middle. It's going to be tough to defend this without your Winter Wyvern. Young 11, still Blink. He has Aether Lens. We haven't seen much Aether Lens lately, but the increased cast range on it's so nice, but they stun him up. He'll just pop Repel and now run at him. Do they have any dust or anything? They have vision. Unfortunately, not anymore. Little actually whiffs his stun on a repelled unit plus the puck. Nice hook back, saving out this Omni Knight. Panda blinks in. He doesn't have his ulti. They're going to eat him up. LAN taking so much damage. Same with Solo, but the damage from no one with that Bloodlust is so insane. Solo goes down. We see a finger coming on Ori, who jumped forward. He dies. Pasha goes down to the Splinter Blast. They're going to look for more, and a nice ulti coming out. It's going to lock no one as well as Line into place. Will either of them be able to survive? Fenrir gets double Starfall on. He's still alive. He's getting healed up. Nice Repel comes out. No one trying to run away. He still has no more leaps, unfortunately, and he jukes in nicely. And Young 11 will get that heal off, but they know Lil is still here, and look at that slow. Level 4 Degen or an AM is just going to right-click him down. Heal comes out. He'll take that kill. And VG wins that fight near the end.
Yeah, you should not take the kills from Anti-Mage. Lion had no mana whatsoever. Had a Blink Dagger. Not ready, though. Anti-Mage, once he gets the Lincoln Sphere up, it's going to be so hard to control him. It's either Aghanim, Scepter, or Lincoln's.
Feels like they can just pretty much put Anti-Mage in the front line. He has his own Lincolns. A Puck can put a Lincolns on him as well as that Repel. It's going to be so hard to bring him down with the changes to Diffusal as well. Like, it doesn't feel like a Diffusal Mirana really counters anyone anymore. And that's why he's not going in. Look at the hero levels. Still, Ramsey's doing such a good job keeping up on farm as well as levels. Where do you go on Bloodseeker after this? I mean, Radiance is good, but do you go physical damage? What do you go?
It's either BKB or Lincoln Sphere, just to remove the Winter Wyvern ulti and the Pudge ulti. I don't know, BKB seems like a safer choice.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier just running, and then if AM misuses his blink, they don't have anything to shut you down, you just keep attacking him. With that Bloodlust, they definitely could go for Roche. Obviously, when both teams have 5 alive, it's so scary to go for it, even though they do a ton of damage. And actually, he does go back for Mantis, so he just gets the casual Perseverance. That isn't interesting with no damage on it anymore.
Just for the region, then.
Yeah.
I mean, he can farm pretty fast. They didn't manage to kill him, not even once this game, which is pretty bad for VP.
And now Mantis is up. They don't know he has it, but he runs in, and oh, easy. They don't break the smoke. They're like, all right, he has Manta now. They're just looking around. VP really wants to get a kill, and they see Ori middle. They're pinging him out. They have that ward directly on top of him. Oh, and now they know it's there. Uh-oh. LAN might be in trouble on the backside, though. They're going in. Panda ultis, but nice Repel coming up from Young 11. They do get the bolt on the back. LAN does die, though, unfortunately. Didn't get the counter ward. They throw him up in the air. Will they do it? Perfect timing? No, unfortunately. Arrow flies through too. And that should be the end of this engagement. They're going to throw up Young 11 again. But not much they can do to him, unfortunately, and they're just going to back out.
Bottom deals so much damage, especially with the Maelstrom procs from Bloodlust.
And the new leap. Oh, he's going to break the coil. Will they go forward to him? Doesn't look like a little taking so much damage from Paparazzi. Young 11 again with that heal, taking the kill, much to the cost of Dismay. Solo. They're just going to run away. So pretty much that whole engagement in the last 2 minutes was a 1-for-1 support 5 trade.
They were kind of split. VP trying to go on anti-mage, but there was no follow-up because they were focusing the Pudge. What the VP needs to do, just try to get a good initiation. Well, it's hard to control the fight. Lion needs to control either Omni or Winter Wyvern, and Storm Panda needs to control the other one.
And he gets the ulti up. It is going to be no one taking a ton of damage. Unfortunately, they don't have much physical damage, though, but that Arctic burn into the waning rift, so much damage. And that's a very nice kill to get, just kind of randomly on the map there. Top lane, they're pushing in that tier 1 now, but as we see, the Bloodright clears it out so quickly. And he does have an item flying out. It will be a full BKB, as you were talking about.
I love the build on Winter Wyvern who maxes Arctic Burn, because you can farm so fast with it and use it 2, maybe even 3 times in a fight.
Top lane, Little just instantly blows up. Ramses with that freshly minted BKB. He's going to just 4v1 them. LAN M goes down as well. He's looking for Young 11, and he's just going to TP out. That is the play.
Just kidding. He doesn't have it.
No Basher, unfortunately. And wow, just the turnaround after Lion dies right there. And getting a solo kill on anti-mage like that. Ramses is now level 20.
He wishes he had that Lincoln Sphere there with the anti-mage.
Oh yeah, that would have been the save for sure. What does he go now? 25% lifesteal rupture damage. He still hasn't skilled it yet. Both of them actually seem reasonably good. 25% is quite a lot of lifesteal.
He's gonna rely so much on his right click, so maybe he should go for lifesteal.
And they are going to go for Roche. Allies are disappearing. The 5-second arrow will fly in, and this Roshan dropping pretty quick. No one not even there, just now showing up. And this should just be a free Roshan, it looks like. Puck had a split-second decision to make there if he wanted to go in. Probably smart that he didn't. We see we haven't seen Lotus Orb at all in this whole tournament. We finally see Omni Knight going for one.
Lotus Orb, well, against Lion, and of course a Bloodseeker, so good. I mean, even for the Virtus Pro as well, against the Winter's Curse.
And it feels like they have so many buffs they can just stack on Anti-Mage. Once he gets 6 slotted in a fight, you just go for him, hope he kills everyone. If not, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
That was a kind of free farming Anti-Mage, and Bloodseeker with 5 deaths is 2k above him.
Which, that's just nuts. Ramses, obviously, a lot of people talk about, you know. Some people said Sumail's the best young player. Ramses definitely has shown in the past year, though. He's
always smiling.
Yeah, he's always smiling. You don't know if he's, like, smiling. You don't know if he's up to something. Like, you just look at him and he just smiles at you. Like, I don't know if this guy's up to something, but sure feels like it. And Solo, only level 9 on that Ogre. But like we said, Tranquils plus Bloodlust, all he needs on that hero. And Solo, I remember he talked about it in interviews. He loves playing that hero. He can lead the game so easily with Ogre because he has one job. We do see Rupture coming out.
He wants that level 10 so badly for that 60 gold per minute.
And Paparazzi in so much trouble. He's going to get silence. He's just dead. And this is why Ramses is just showing, man, Paparazzi, he may be the best 1v1 player in the world. Unfortunately, you're a carry player, and you're solo dying to Bloodseeker right now. That is not good.
Remember when we had a talk NA versus EU?
Yeah.
Mason against this little guy, Ramses.
Yeah,
what do you have to say?
I think I actually said Ramses was. I agreed. I thought Ramses was good.
Nah, you didn't.
Oh, okay. I mean, Mason's pretty good, though. Come on now. But Ramses, he just solo killed the free farming anti-mage like you talked about, and it feels like he's having a great game. And maybe, like you said, they're more warmed up after playing that long series against Fnatic.
Yeah, he went for 25% lifesteal, goes for Manta style next just to remove the silence from Puck. I don't know if he's gonna go for Octarine Core maybe.
Oh, I remember we casted a game like that where the Bloodseeker Octarine Core and the Bloodright, you just like 5-second cooldown, so insanely good. Shadows are going to be taking us, but Repel, he just TP's out on Young 11. And now they're just going to push bottom. Tier 2 did go down when Anti-Mage died bottom as well. Look at that attack speed. Bloodlust plus the new 200% on Leap. Oh my goodness. Only affecting himself, but as a late game Mirana, you're like, I don't care about my team. Give me that 200 attack speed. So much better. Uses 2 leaps there to take it down. Has a full Mjolnir now as well on Mirana once he brings it out. Arrows
and Aegis, they want to fight. Panda has ulti, and he's really getting close to a Hex. Whoa, that's going to be a big item.
Yeah,
he can easily control 2 heroes with it. Split, Hex, and then you have a Lion, which has 1 more Hex.
Yeah, they just have a lot of lockdown. This goes back to, you see VG, no direct stuns at all. While on the other side, Ogre as well as Lion. Plus, as you said, I mean, a guaranteed arrow almost off both of those stuns.
Remember when Anti-Mage had Manta Style on that bottom camp?
Yeah.
They were searching for him. He still has a Manta Style.
That is it. Yeah, he is still 500 off of this Lincoln Sphere. And his, I mean, this is just very slow farming coming because of the high octane pressure VP's put on him. And now we see VG, mostly, I mean, they're just sitting in their base. They're scared to go out of it besides Anti-Mage, and even he should be scared. Solo killed by Ramses twice now. Where does Ramses go? Oh, he's going for a butterfly. Just full on DPS. As well as, I mean, it's nice having that evasion versus Anti-Mage. Because it feels like Monkey King Anti-Mage now just feels so much weaker. He's one of the few that love the damage more than the attack speed.
Monkey King Bar in general seems weak.
Yeah. Oh, bottom lane, they're going to go in. Ori is going to be able to find the bottom. They go for him. They get the hook. They get the eat. That is only an Aegis, but there is no way any of Radiant can get down here. Let's see what he can do with it. Nope, nice silence instantly. This should be a kill. Paparazzi picks it off with that ultimate. 300 gold, 5-man kill. Pudge gets some flash heap strength as well. And Pata maybe a little bit out there by herself. Fortunately, the Shrine's still a little bit far away to be TPing to for the Radiant side. And now he does have that Hex, as you said, so much control in the fight. Little blink. Ogre has the gem, and it looks like they're just going through the jungle trying to counter everything they can.
A prize.
Fortunately, the Dire Ward just expires anyways. Bottom, they're trying to push in themselves. Anti-Mage just throws those Manta illusions down there. So what does VG need to do to get back in? I mean, they have an Anti-Mage. Do they just need to buy him some time to farm, or is...
They need to land a good Winter Wyvern ulti. We still didn't see any.
We've seen like 2, but that's just to shut him down in place, not really an offensive one. And Fenrir pushing out bottom with that Aether Lens. Of course, it doesn't increase the magical damage anymore, but nonetheless good for the range.
Also, they will need to keep an eye positioning the Omni Knight properly in a fight, using a good Guardian Angel, trying to stay away from Panda and the Lion.
And there we see bottom lane, Winter Wyvern gets discovered out by line. Pasha's here, he gets hexed up again. Clap will fly, it actually misses.
I don't think pigs can fly.
Yeah, but apparently this guy can. Wyvern is going to try to TP out. He's looking good, the trees actually break away. Oh, and barely gets out of the... They used the scan for that as well. And both scans go down pretty much. No real point for either of them there. LAN going for a late game Blade Mail on this Pudge. He will have it out on a check-in. It just feels like Ramses is just farming so much. Almost level 24 now. Getting close to that Eagle song. All they need to do is win a fight, and he's going to tear apart your base. But top lane Paparazzi is still farming, going for a butterfly himself.
They just smoke. They want to take one more fight before the rogue spawns, because it may respawn in a minute and a half. They have enough time to revive, but if they take a good fight, wipe them, they can easily just end the game there.
And here we go, Smoke as well as Moonlight Shadow coming out from 3 of VP, running into the top lane. Unfortunately, they won't find anyone. They'll know a ward's up there now. They don't want to break Smoke to kill it, though. They will be finding no one, unfortunately for them. And no one, he's just going between the jungle and farming top. He will get that level 20. What do you go on that? Do you get the Spell Amp because you have the Mjolnir on bottom, or do you get the Mana Break just because of the extra damage?
Good. Yeah,
especially with Manta. All right, and he does. Solves that mystery for us pretty quick. Panda just...
Maybe it's a mystery for you, but just kidding. But for Analyst Grant, it wouldn't be.
Yeah, obviously. You know, I'm just a little bit slower than normal here in play-by-play. And Pasha, look at how quick he attacks with just Bloodlust. My goodness, what an ability. Took a page out of Vici's book, who first picked Ogre in the last series, and they're like, oh, we'll just take it instead. We'll play him a little bit differently, and it's paid off for him.
Plus 100 attack speed, Panda, plus a Bloodlust.
Yeah,
let me see the attack speed.
And they don't have an Assault Kyros yet, which I'm sure they're going to go for soon, but he's actually going for the Abyssal Blade next.
This is the control Panda.
Yeah, it is. And he's doing a great job doing that. Paparazzi bottom lane. Look at, he wants to farm. It feels so bad having to hide up here as an anti-mage. And no one, leave forward, just clear out this creep wave as well as the illusions from anti-mage. And right now, both teams just playing reasonably safe. We do have a 6K lead from VP, but still one hook, one Winter Wyvern ulti, like you said, and it could just change the game immediately.
Yeah,
next
so fight is going to happen around Roche, which is pretty crucial. That's the timing a lot of teams are playing around.
It's going to be so hard to go uphill when you really only have a Mirana. If they get him the Aegis to siege uphill, it'll be nice, but against the Pudge, you just get one hook, and it could just be a 4v5 fight just like that. So they have to be careful, either pick up the Winter Wyvern or just siege correctly. Anti-Mage does have his Butterfly now. Shadows are going to be taking us again, as Radiant just looking for anyone they can, but once again, no one bottom lane from VG. They all run back 5-man together. Pretty much just spamming out that Moonlight Shadow.
Just spamming it.
Just spam it. Whenever it's off cooldown, just use it. Whatever. Might as well. If at the 25, you're the one who's you love the 2 Sacred Arrows, don't you?
Yeah, that's the best. I don't think you should ever go for Moonlight Shadow.
Dude, like 30 second cooldown though. Permanent invis. It's not terrible, but the vision you get from the arrows.
At the point you get level 25, ooh, almost hit a hook. I mean, they're just gonna buy a gem. That's it.
True.
But with 3 arrows, they provide you so much vision, and
as
it's
well as
almost a guarantee that arrow.
It's just one of those random arrows could hit, and that just changes the game.
Just hit 2 arrows, you can easily win the game with that.
So on the Bloodseeker now, you do see the Bloodright cooldown. Will he go for the 20 max thirst, MS, and damage? Is that enough to make it good, or no? Or do you still just go Bloodright? Well, he answers that.
He says no.
It doesn't feel, just plus 20 max doesn't feel like that much, honestly.
Yeah, but having a permanent Bloodright,
oh,
so much
another
better.
hook from LAN almost hits. Ramses is just with these jukes barely every time. He's running in now. He has Manta, he has BKB. They are going to get the Rupture off, stun as well. Nope, get a miss. Winter Wyvern is silenced up. Will he get an ulti up on the backside, or he gets a double silence on the Panda? But look at this, Pudge will get cheap. Nice ulti coming out from Young 11. Ramses trapped in, even with that BKB. They get the ulti off. Fenrir goes down solo as well, and see you later, Ramses. He gets trapped in the trees. Nicely done by Paparazzi. They blink forward. LAN goes down, but no one drops, and this is looking great for VG. A 4-for-2 trade. And Ramses maybe a little too aggressive there. Gets stuck in the trees after all that, and a nice ulti, like you said, was needed from Winter Wyvern. He gets it off.
Yeah, not just the big ulti, also where he flew to the forest, and the big Omni Knight ulti kept him alive.
I think if Lil
They
stun
committed
hits
so
him,
much, yeah, but Lil missed the stun. That's also a big...
yeah, it's crazy.
Big
One
mistake.
stun missed on a Winter Wyvern because it doesn't silence him because he gets out of range, and that just turns the entire fight around.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And now they're going to easily take this Roshan with that Butterfly. He's going to Abyssal Blade next as well.
What do you think about Anti-Mage? Once he hits level 25, he has 85 magic resistance.
That's a lot. That is a lot. Obviously, that's why you want
100.
Yeah, I mean, 100 would be a little bit too much, but I mean, pretty much now, what is a star? A Star Storm does like 50 damage to him, if that.
You do the math, you're an expert.
50 damage sounds good to me.
56.3.
And now way more control. We were talking about how much control VP had, but Puck with that Aghanims, obviously if you get it down on the Bloodseeker before he BKBs, that's just, it's going to hold him in place. And as a melee carry, that feels so bad to just have to sit there. So did they just overcommit right there on the Winter Wyvern? Or, I mean, why'd they go so hard on him?
Well, because they need to either go for Omni or Winter Wyvern. Panda was controlling someone else with the
The
Hex.
Ogre, which didn't feel like it did too much. But look at this, they're actually going back in, and everyone's here. Pasha just BKBs, instantly splits. They're all going to try to disengage now. Lil, will he get anything? They actually go on the Earth Panda, and that Earth Panda is going to die, it looks like. No, it will barely live. They are going to vanish again. Paparazzi, he's ready to go back in. Level 25 now, like you said, the magic resistance. He's not really scared of anything except Ramses.
You don't want to repel that anti-mage anymore.
Yeah. Oh, man, and Paparazzi still just hiding in there. And just
Are
going to
we
be a
gonna-
full disengage.
Are we gonna see level 25 Puck? He has Mjolnir queued up.
With
Level
the
25
Dreamcoil
Dreamcoil Rapid Fire.
Do you think we saw the Puck last game went for the gold per minute? Do you think the rapid fire? I mean, they don't have much physical
yeah.
DPS.
Yeah, they
besides Anti-Mage.
need something else than anti-mage, because Omni Knight went for a full defensive build.
I can't wait to see if we do see it, but I mean, 420 gold from it is just so much. I mean, you can give everyone moon shards globally if you really want to, but they don't really have anyone who benefits from that, so the gold per minute seems a little funky this game. Top, no one just sending his illusions to push out the wave. And it feels like the Mirana's farm definitely slowed down after he got that Monkey King bar. Only 3 slotted right now, while AM does have his 6 slots plus that Aegis. Ramses as well. Now 3,000 down, actually. Finger up top. We are going to see them going for the Pudge and an easy kill. They stuck around a little bit, hiding in the trees, and just pick him off with that blink by Lil, but now they're going to go on Lil themselves. They're going to just run at him. This should be a pretty easy kill for him. Permanently silenced. He gets 1 stun off, but a Winter Wyvern ulti on the backside for no one instead. They're going to pop the Abyssal Blade, and this would be a huge kill. He leaps. Unfortunately, during the leap, he gets man avoided. And nice catch there by VG. All they have to sacrifice is LAN M, and this guy's been around for a while. He knows when a sacrifice has to be made, and that was definitely it.
Well, with all the agility, Anti-Mage does not need a boost of speed late game. Like, he has 373 boost speed.
And he can flutter when he needs to as well.
Yeah.
A little bit nerf on the, I mean, only 2 seconds on flutter, but
yeah,
like
but
you said.
You don't lose the miss chance.
Yeah. So he's moving quick bottom lane. Pasha trying to push out himself, but a tier 2 will get siege down here. And nice, man, dodges the ignite with his Manta style guy, just showing off a little bit now. And that will be a tier 2 tower going down. Not even scared to tank the blood, right? Has the Aegis still. So where do you go on anti-mage next? Do you just get the Moon Shard? I mean,
yeah.
And then do you get rid of the Lincolns, or do you just keep that because you're against so many stuns?
Well, he might swap it for a BKB if he wants. Just swap those 2, have both of them
just
in
10-second
the
BKB.
backpack. Yeah.
This late in the game could be insanely good. We see LAN M has a Rod of Atos now. That'll be nice for locking down the Mirana as well as the Bloodseeker. We see a Lincoln's now queued up for Ramses himself. He's like, all right, everyone went defensive items. I didn't. I might need to go for one myself now.
I think
everyone
he
else
needed
is
it before that butterfly.
Yeah. Well, anything else too crazy happening? It's just Puck. We're about to find out if he does get that level 25 talent. He's just farming out bottom lane, split pushing it while the rest of his team pushes in middle. And now Paparazzi feels so scary. And he just blinks forward. He's going to kill Solo in their base. Hook's going to fly, not quite going to hit. Oh, and he ultis him, but he's only missing 200 HP, but he blinks forward. He doesn't care. He has an Aegis as well as that Butterfly, and he's just going to run away. Little, unfortunately, can't voodoo him up, hex him. And now he has a Lotus Orb. And look at this siege they can do with all these Lincolns, all these repels, just pretty much everything. They can't go on him. Top lane is going to get split pushed in by the Panda, but because he wins that control build, they might just lose this full racks. Atos there. News of Force Sounds coming. Nice arrow coming out on LAN M. He gets the hook, and it looked delayed, but he gets him. They're going to pull him in. Nice coil coming out, though. It's going to hold him all in place. They're trying to kill Paparazzi. He still has that Aegis, though, so they'll do only so much damage. Nice Guardian Angel saving Pudge as well as this anti-mage. He blinks away. Will they just run away? Finger comes out. Unfortunately, the Aegis actually pops, and he heals enough HP. It's gone now. They do get the kill on LAN M. Will they get back? Winter Wyvern soaring in the air. They can't quite bring him down. Blink forward. Little will go down. Nice Arctic Burn coming out. Pasha, he just getting stunned up. He doesn't have anything up. They're just right-click him. He BKBs, try to run away. Will he get a bash hit? Doesn't look like it. No one doing so much damage, but a nice cold embrace coming out from Winter Wyvern. They're going to stun him up. Paparazzi healing, but he will go down. Now on the backside now, Young 11 actually blocks the Rupture, unfortunately, with that Lincolns, but they will just run him down anyways. And Ramses, just like that, 1,000 gold in that team fight. And huge kills.
They need to control the bottom in these fights. She's dealing too much damage, especially with the Bloodlust and the Blood Rage from Bloodseeker.
Yep. And VP knows what they're going to do. They don't know VG has buybacks. We see they do, but they can just run it down middle if they want.
Also,
illusion.
Virtus Pro was so spread in the fight. Once again, Winter Wyvern can't really find a good ulti.
It feels like, is Pudge playing a little too far forward? We saw where he died. He died past the tier 3 tower. I know he's going for that hook, but it just feels like he's playing this super aggressively.
So what are you saying, that you're better than him?
No, I'm just saying maybe sitting back a little bit, you know, hooking out a target that's cold embraced or something. Lacoste, I know, putting words in my mouth. I know you're having a great time with this.
I'm having a great time every time I cast with you.
Yep. Moonlight Shadow will get popped. They don't know if they're still there, but, well, now they see him, and he's just going to run uphill. Oh, nice Manta. Eating the hook, and he just does so much damage, and there we go. They're just going to keep him out with that Blood Right. Going to try to take this tier 3, so at least they can get shrines. They'll glyph it up. Want to keep those shrines alive as long as they can. Unfortunately, unless Anti-Mage wants to commit the buyback, this could be a full set of racks. We're going to see going in, they get a nice Dream Coil up before BKBs, but LAN M up front again will go down. Paparazzi does buy back as well as Young 11. They get the tier 3. They could just decommit. Looks like they want to. Anti-Mage blinking forward. Unfortunately, doesn't look like they're going to be finding anyone. Top lane actually getting split pushed as well, and Paparazzi now brings forward aggressively. Ulti comes out, but it might have been a little bit off from Winter Wyvern. They kill Fenrir
no
and
buyback.
Little. Yep, and he is down. If he goes down here, that might be the game. He's going to try to run away. Ramsey's knows, though, and there we go. Orb back. Oh, nice heal from Young 11, saving him, but now Young 11 in trouble because of that, and he doesn't have buyback as well, but good saves all around for Vici Gaming. Unfortunately, Young 11 goes down, no buyback, 100-second respawn. Ori wants to get this pot up, but you do not do enough damage, my friend, and they're just going to siege this down, but no one. Nice arrow's going to come out, hit Paparazzi solo. Like we said about LAN M, sacrificial lamb, but he doesn't even die top lane. They have to control posture from taking that racks. And now he's just juking in, juking out. Wants to get that blink dagger up. Will he have enough time? Can he juke enough? Get enough missed chances? Doesn't look like it. He will go down here. And a decent defense from Vici Gaming, but you lose your tier 3 as well as your buyback from Anti-Mage as well as the dieback from AMD.
Yeah, he was 15 seconds, and they initiated. I think they could have maybe waited. They saved the Raxes.
Yeah. But now Anti-Mage, like, you can't play aggressively. The only reason he lived there is because the Omni Knight. Now the Omni Knight's dead.
Roche will respawn in 15 seconds, so they need to try to snipe Roche. Panda 70 seconds before he respawns. Aegis on Anti-Mage. That's exactly what they need if they want to win this game.
Yeah, just like last time we saw him take the tier 3, playing so aggressively with that Aegis. If they can get that again, just turns the game, and there it is. Roshan is up. No one scouted it out yet. Middle lane just getting pinged out. 13 HP on that ranged Rax. Won't ever heal up unless you got a level 25 Lich, which would, that would just be terrible to see. There we go. They're actually going to find LAN M in the jungle again. He's going to get cold embraced, and a nice ulti from Winter Wyvern. Like you said, they needed. Solo goes down. It's now 4v5. Little, the only one here. He's going to go down so quickly. LAN M, it doesn't matter. It's a pudge, and Paparazzi finds the Mirana in the trees. And guess what? Roshan's up if they want to go scout it out. And that was a 4-for-0 trade. Well, I guess Panda died a little bit earlier, but only one alive now is Ramses.
They have a buyback on Mirana.
But they finally discover Roche.
They do not have one on Lion.
And here we go. Roshan will get taken so easily as this. This is the third one. As we see the refresher shard, is this pretty much is it going to be an Omni Knight or a Winter Wyvern? Feels like one of those two, or I guess
Wyvern has enough mana to cast 3 ultis.
They're just going to leave it. Whatever. Just leave the refresher shard in there. Looks like Puck will take it. I mean,
Puck with double Dream Coil, with Rapid Fire and Mjolnir.
That is so
That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and because it goes through the BKB. If he gets it off before then, that is going to be so much lockdown. And felt like VP could have almost just, if they killed Paparazzi, it's crazy, right? The game's just over there if they killed Paparazzi in his base, but they do not. A nice save from Young 11. And now they're just going to siege down this melee barracks. Dodges a Drunken Haze. All these skills getting reflected. They go in. Nice hook. Breaks the coil. See you later, Pasha. This could just be an insanely good kill, and it is.
Has a buyback.
But that's still going to be enough. On the backside, he actually used the refresher. Oh, my goodness. Ori gets blown up. Ramsey's so close to dying, but close is not good enough right here. Fenrir should be the next one to go down. Gets his ulti off. He's going to hook him away. Will they all get away? Little. Oh, he tries to target the stun, actually. He's going to throw it out. Barely misses, and they're all going to survive. Okay, Puck went for the Omega play. Used the refresher. Tries to get Ramsey in the back, and he does. Has like 500 HP. Unfortunately, they can't get the kill on him. But a full set of racks nonetheless. What a back and forth game. It just feels like whoever gets that one pick off outside of their base goes on to just push the base so quickly.
8,000 gold on Ramses. He's gonna buy a Moon Shard because he's 6 slotted.
And does he just has to keep the Lincolns, right, for the long range Winter Wyvern ulti, it feels at this point? Or does he still get rid of it and go for something more?
No, he needs to have Lincolns here.
All right. And a Yule's now. Even this Winter Wyvern. Aether Lens Blink Yule's. He is getting farm himself, and Ogre still the poorest in the game. He's got a full buckler now. Feels good about that. Going for a Crimson Guard.
He almost has a Crimson Guard.
That's good. That's good for pushing, good for defending. Good, here we go, pardon me. And they're just going to push into the base with puck dead for 20 seconds. Another buyback would be interesting, and they're just going to use the Earth Panda to siege down a melee barracks. Do they do enough? They don't have anyone trying to defend this up top yet. I don't know if they notice it. They're trying to defend middle as well. There goes the melee racks middle. Melee racks top as well going to go down, and that is... I guess they're willing to. I mean, they have an anti-mage. It's not that hard to defend against these, and they don't want to get caught out of position. And Panda, uh-oh, here we go. Arrow flies in and actually hits on Paparazzi. Guardian Angel comes down. Repel as well. Lotus Orb, Lincoln's everything. And Lil, you might be left to the Wolves. He goes down. Pasha in a lot of trouble. Now LAN M going to eat him, pull him towards him. And that will be a 2-for-0 Panda. No buyback now. And that's why they were okay with giving up these Raxes, because they know if they get one of these pickoffs with the buybacks down, they can just push base.
The
Are they just going to run through middle? Maybe even go. Are they going to go for Raxes or possibly tier 4s? It's up to them.
Probably mid. 100 seconds, no Panda. Lion has a buyback. They know Panda does not have a buyback, so they're just going to go and try to finish the game.
As you as a Pudge player, that 13% lifesteal feels so good with Rod on. He's just clearing waves, doesn't even take damage from the Rod. Yeah. And he's going for a heart. Once he gets that up to 5,000 HP, then, yeah, play aggressive all you want. Arrow flies out,
These arrows
misses on
so
everyone.
They're actually going for the second set of Raxes.
Yep, might as well. It's a safer play, and there we go. Sans comes out, but he mantas it off. No one getting harassed down by these illusions. Looks like they will get this tier 3. He blinks out instead, and they'll just go right back in. Quill comes in and actually hits onto 3 of them. Mirana taking so much damage, he just goes down, instantly buys back. Line has to buy back as well from Dying Dire. Gets the tower. Ramsey's right-clicking down LAN M, but look at him, Golden Blaze plus that Blade Mill, they're trying to get Paparazzi, but he just gets repelled. He blinks forward, and that's a buyback. Bloodseeker, he needs to try to run away, but Paparazzi taking so much damage now. He does still have that Aegis. He doesn't even lose it. The top melee goes down to Ori, and they're going to try to kill LAN M. He's still alive somehow in the lockdown on Bloodseeker. They take all his mana away. Unfortunately, doesn't take any damage, and there it comes the arrow. Do they have enough lockdown to kill the anti-mage one more time? They're going to back out and just heal. Probably lose this ranged Rax. So that is 2 full sets of racks gone now on VP's side. And now he's just going to farm up, keep these wave pushed in. Will they go bottom? Panda not alive for 20, but they don't want to overcommit. Looks like they'll just get out.
They'll just wait for a buyback on anti-mage and then try to siege. There's a double damage as well. Buyback will be ready in a couple of seconds. With the Lotus Orb plus Lincoln Sphere, 2 Lincoln Spheres, they can just easily siege this tier 3 tower with anti-mage who has a Lincoln on his own, plus Aghanim Scepter as well.
Yeah, I think you just wait for the Guardian Angel on Omni Knight, because even with the Repel Lotus Orb, like you said, he takes so much damage from that Mirana, but then you just get Guardian Angel, and here we go. They're actually going to go in, and that is going to be Ramsey's. Will they get him? He's trying to get 4-step back. He does have buyback. Panda actually gets bashed up through the BKB. Ori will go down, Lil goes down. They baited him inside. They're going to try to chase on the backside. Looks like no, Paparazzi's going to go aggressively. Now he blinks forward, blinks back. We do see the Lotus Orb on him again, and we see the hook fly. Doesn't hit on anyone. And my goodness.
I thought Bloodseeker bought back in the previous fight.
I thought he did as well, but apparently he had it up. Yeah. And Shadows are going to be taking us. Will they find anyone on the backside of this? Doesn't look like it. VG all escaping together here. A very close game. 16,000 lead for Vici Gaming, but it feels like a lot of that obviously is on the anti-mage. So they have all the farm on everyone they need. Ramses as well as Mirana, who still has an item slot. Where do you go for? What do you replace that Ring of Aquila with?
Daedalus, or he can just go for a Rapier if he wants to. I mean, if they lose a fight, they're just going to lose the game. That's it.
Yeah, and Pudge does pick up his heart. Now, we've seen him frontline tanking. Now, 4.7k. That Cold Embrace plus Blade Mill combo just wrecked last team fight when they tried to focus him.
He got fingered.
Yeah. I mean, you're fingering a Pudge.
It was little finger.
Yeah, that is. Oh, nice one.
Nice one, huh?
That was sick. I don't watch that show. I only know. Bottom lane, just trying to push out. Obviously, they have the advantage top. Vici does with that range rack still standing. Not the biggest deal, but it's nice. If no one goes to that lane, you're always going to have that advantage as Vici Gaming. And Ramsey still trying to farm up. Has Boots of Travel. Going to get Boots of Travel 2 next, more than likely, and then...
That's a Rapier.
We'll
okay, that's not the Rapier. Never mind.
That's an unused Radiance.
Yeah.
Close enough, though. No one just farming out. And it feels like both teams can't really go not together. They can't split up. They just want to go 5v5 And now Marana goes for the Black King bar, actually. 10 seconds now. As long as he gets it off before the coil, or else it just feels bad. He tries to leap away, gets stunned out by that coil with the Aghanims, and he just can't do anything. So it's going to be all about how quickly people can use their items per normal.
Radiant's bottom shrine.
Yeah, but it still goes through a BKB even if you pop it earlier.
Yeah. So pretty much he just has to sit in the back, hope the rest of his team doesn't die, because if he gets hit by that coil, he'll have to stand and fight, and that's not good versus an anti-mage. All right, now both teams just sitting back. Buyback status. Marana as well as Lion don't have it, so Vici Gaming ahead in that aspect of it. They could just wait for another Roshan. I mean, Vici, they don't really have to speed this game up. They can just wait for that Roshan.
Double damage spawn on top. There's a 50 chance.
Yeah, here we go.
Double damage to spawn.
And 15 seconds maybe on Roshan. If they get the double damage as well as Roche, that is going to be perfect luck for Vici Gaming.
They want to get Winter Wyvern to level 25. Minus Splinter Blast, 2 seconds stun. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is. We've seen him. He's just been, especially with that Aether Lens from so far away, just permanently stun somebody with the Abyssal Blade plus that. Roshan will spawn, but unfortunately Winter Wyvern left the pit a little bit too early there, and they don't scout it out. But now he's like, wait a minute. Maybe I did my timing wrong. No, he's not going to go inside of it. Feels like they could just get this Roche so easily, but they do not see it, unfortunately.
No one has a buyback besides Anti-Mage and Omni Knight, which is pretty weird at 55-minute mark.
Yeah, we saw the BKB picked up by Marana, not enough life, and we haven't really seen too many smoke ganks coming yet. Are they going to go into the Roche pit? They're just dancing around it. Oh, and one arrow comes out on Winter Wyvern, but LAN, he's here. He's tanking for his buddy Fenrir. And they go to help him, and still they've ran past that Roche pit so many times. They just haven't scouted it out themselves. And they're just going to farm. We see the Aghanim Scepter now on Anti-Mage.
You can just leave the chicken in the pit to see when it spawns.
So when does this Anti-Mage move the Aghanims into his real items? Like, what does he do? Does he wait for Lincolns to get popped and then move it in, or how does he do it? Just for treads?
The power treads.
Okay.
Yeah. What is he buying?
They scouted out Roshan. I still think they're just dancing around it. Light Blue pings it out. All right, Roshan's here. And look at how quickly he solo takes it. They don't even need anyone else in there. Unfortunately, Radiant going to be confined to their base. That nice deep ward, not even in their base, but Dire scouting out if anyone's going to come through middle.
They're running out of slots. Are they going to give a refresher puck once again?
I think you have to, right? I mean, you can leave it in your backpack. It's one of those things, probably shouldn't be allowed to be in your backpack, but since it is, you either give it to him or Winter Wyvern, I assume, for that ulti. Or it could be double Guardian Angel. Yeah, they'll give it to the Omni Knight. Pudge will take up that cheese. Doesn't even heal him that much.
Yeah,
2,500 health.
HP.
Doesn't do too much for him, but now they have the Aegis again. And this is going to be rough. We actually see... Wait, who'd the Aegis go on?
Puck.
Okay, so Anti-Mage only does have one life.
They have a refresher on Omni Knight, who is level 25 with Aghanim Scepter. It's global, affects building.
Yeah, 3 repel duration. Feels so much better than that 10 seconds you get. So 13 on that repel. Paparazzi, just farming up. How do you push into the base? If VP is going to stay there, I mean, you don't just want to continue farming as VG. I mean, you're pretty much maxed out. How do you get inside that base? Like, what's the condition here?
How do you get into base?
Yeah,
just
like how do you get into Radiance? You just run in, repel, siege it down, and then blink out?
You have 3 Lincoln Spheres, Lotus Orb, Global Omni Knight, Global Omni Knight ult, and
2 of them.
And the buyback on Anti-Mage, who still needs to buy.
And now that LAN is so tanky, he can just split push lanes. That feels good as a Pudge. You're actually useful for your team in the late game now. And he's close to 25 here. That 2.0 flesh heap strength is what he's going to go, right? That's so good late game. But you're the Pudge master, so that's what he goes, right? Pudge?
Yeah.
Get a lot more HP.
Well, he might go for Dismember if he gets repelled in fight, just to keep the Bloodseeker or Bottom in place for 6 seconds.
I guess we won't have to wait long to find out here. He has a full Aeon Disc on him, as well as level 25. And he's still deciding himself. He's like, this is a Good
He's reading
choice.
what it does.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I haven't seen it. And he goes for the flesh heat, and it gives him 650 more HP, just like that. Arrow's gonna fly out and hit him, but look at this. He's just tanking, and there's the Aeon Disc getting popped out, taking no damage. They're sieging down this tier 3 now. Lil tries to get the stun up, but a nicely timed Manta, he'll get hooked out, but unfortunately, he's taking so much damage, and they have to use one Guardian Angel. Doesn't have a refresher out yet. He hasn't used it yet. No one get a BKB. Pasha going forward. They locked down Paparazzi so long, but he still hasn't died. Pudge in the front lines, taking so much damage. They'll finally bring him down, and VG is going to have to back out here, it looks like. And he does. Nice. Storm actually throws himself in the air with the Cyclone because the Lotus Orb.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't give Anti-Mage Aegis there. He can just remove one of the Lincoln Sphere.
And that was scary. He almost does go down. He has Boots of Travel 2 in base. Whoa, he pops out the Lincolns on Mirana so he could get the Abyssal Blade off. Unfortunately, no one has pretty good reaction times. Arrow flies, hits on the Anti-Mage, but he's uphill. They're still going to right-click him down. Manta gets popped. And it's nervous. It is still a 4v5, so VG has to be careful. They don't have their front liner and Pudge anymore. And they're just going to back out. Go back, getting some more farm. Obviously, Anti-Mage can... I mean, he can buy moon shards for people, but I mean, who really cares at this point? You give one maybe to the Puck, and I mean, who else needs attack speed at this point?
Well,
with Arctic Burn, I guess.
Wyvern.
Yeah. Who has a Blink, Glimmer, Cape, and those saves. I mean, without Fenrir, I mean, without this Winter Wyvern and Omni Knight, this AM would have died so quickly. They're timing all their spells so well.
I don't know, I'm still thinking about that Aegis on Anti-Mage. He should have
picked it up. I mean, because he's their sieger, right? No one else really does damage to these towers, and if you can't be for sure that Anti-Mage is going to get out of there alive, might have been nice on. But they do almost take that tier 3 down. Only 223 HP left. And now here we go. LAN will be alive, it looks like, in about 5 seconds. Probably TP onto that shrine, and they could go for a smoke, but it might be before then. We actually see VP is smoked up. They're going to go forward. They're going to break that. He actually throws the BKB on the backside. Ori gets off a nice coil 2 on the supports in the back. Paparazzi blinks forward. Ramses actually gets cold as well, but that lifesteal 25%. They get the stuns off on Paparazzi. He's going to get cold embrace. Full HP against Solo going down. Not the best target, but still a kill's a kill. Ori actually gets stunned up, but he does have that Aegis now. And nice stuns. LAN just running after Solo. Gets the hook. They should bring him down. And no buyback. It is just an Ogre, but that's your Bloodlust. That's a lot of damage on Ramses as well as Mirana gone now. Shadows, once again, come out, and they just run back. And now they feel safe to siege this. Pudge, 5.4k HP, has the cheese as well. And here we go. They're just going to bring down this tower, even through backdoor protection. Gone now, VP, no one. Hook only hits onto the Mirana illusion. Paparazzi just going to siege his base down. There's the last glyph they might have in use for him. LAN's going to run back. Paparazzi avoiding that silence, and they'll just clear out the creeps. And this is a double siege unit wave as well. Pushing forward silence, and there we see the blood right cooldown. So good. Puck on the backside hits it up on Little. He's going to get the Abyssal Blade, but unfortunately, nice Ghost Scepter used by him. Pasha will get the clap down. Paparazzi just killing that melee rack. Lil goes down so easily. Pasha going to go down as well. He has a buyback. Gonna have to use it here. He will. We see Rupture come out. No one going to die as well. Buyback instantly from him. Ramsey's in a lot of trouble as well. He will just go down. Paparazzi owning a triple buyback. Will they just go over this Rax and get back after that? Looks like they're just going to clear out the creep. Siege unit doing a ton of damage. LAN, Cold Embrace. Look at how much HP he heals with that percentage base. Paparazzi will end up killing the Rax. They run back. LAN's actually still just running at him. He does not care. And Disc gets popped. Finally goes back down, and they're going to try to run away. Global Guardian Angel gets popped, and here we go. Pasha, if he goes down, that is no more buyback. Paparazzi just blinks out from the silence. And LAN still alive. Cold Embrace will heal about 3,000 HP. Ori does go down after a nice arrow, but there's mega creeps now. And how does VP end up winning this game now, Lacoste? They can defend against Megas for quite some time, but how do they eventually get out of their base?
Bottom maybe needs that Divine Rapier. They need to go all in.
They have to go on a 40,000 advantage now for the Dire side of things, and we see Puck doing a ton of damage with that Mjolnir plus the Rapid Fire in the backlines, especially against Ramsey. He just gets it off, and then he just goes to town on him. Ultis coming out from Omni Knight have been so well timed. After Cold Embrace, they're never stacking their skills.
I think Vici. It's Roche.
Yeah. VG, they're just going to wait for Roche. I mean, definitely could respawn in a minute here. And that's what they've been. They've just been waiting for Roche every time, and it pays off. The patient play when you have an anti-mage is so good. And it feels weird. You have 2 scaling cores on Radiant side, but they still just can't deal with all the defensive abilities plus anti-mage.
Yeah, plus they have a Pudge in a front line who disrupts them. With the Road of Aethas, Dismember just buying so much time, they can't focus him because of the Blade Mail as well.
Yep, and even if they focus him for that 2.5 second, we've seen that the invulnerability it provides him, he just takes no damage. And he's going for a Shiva's next. He actually has the Shiva's Guard and 100 gold on Pudge. This guy's almost 6-slotted himself.
His Aeon did.
Yeah, Aeon
strong
has been doing well, and Ramses still trying to just farm up. He now has a 5-second BKB. So, I mean, he just gets locked down. Once that BKB is over, he just gets absolutely demolished. Paparazzi still just farming 9k gold now. Surprised he hasn't given a Moonshard actually to Ori. I mean, no reason not to. Has plenty of buyback. Maybe he's thinking about other items he can go, but he doesn't need to change anything. It's not like they're on the defensive side. And here we go. Moonlight Shadow popped by no one. And Dire
he wants that Divine Rapier. It's getting close. He can sell Manta style and have it, or he can just keep it.
He's done some good hook dodges with that Manta style, but like you said, I mean, they have to change something, and
there it is.
He just buys it. He sells his boots.
Yeah.
Now he does a ton of damage, but these cold embraces are going to be so clutch now. Arrow flies forward, hits on an AM illusion. They don't know it's an illusion though. They can probably guess, and now they definitely know since it disappears.
Roche is up.
And look at this, perfect
That's the
timing.
5th Roche.
This is. It should like just keep expanding the refreshers. You just get like 3 at the level by Roche, and you just have 5 refreshers on your team.
In a couple of years, Roche will run out of slots.
He might. Oh, in middle lane, Fenrir actually ulti off. It's going to hold him in place. This is going to be nice. Paparazzi just right-click him down. He has the BKB. If he goes down, he doesn't have a buyback. He leaves forward. He gets stunned out for so long. That is the Divine Rapier. He cannot buy back. And there we go. The Guardian Angel. There's going to be no damage done from this Radiant team. Ramsey's trying to run at anyone he can. Lil in so much hold, just running away. Heal on Paparazzi. And they're just killing everything out. Good game. Well played. Called by Solo. A 65-minute slobber knocker that goes to the late game. Rax is down for both teams, but VG Gaming, my goodness, what a well-played game from just everyone. I wanted to like think who played the best. Paparazzi actually had a very slow early game, and the supports just carried him through that. And then once he got to the late game, his decision-making.
Yeah, Puck was just dominating the first 20 minutes. Then Anti-Mage kind of fallen off, maybe because of the items. Yeah, but after that, it was just kind of one-man show. Also good positioning from Winter Wyvern, though. Now that he used on Mirana, Mega Creeps almost killed Mirana.
Yeah, exactly. And he was like BKB, still just gets ultied, and he can't do anything, tries to run away, and that will be the end of Game 1. VG Gaming goes up 1-0. We're going to have a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back.
Get the alpha, be the alpha.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Oh, here we go. Game 1 is down, and it's Vici Gaming that found the victory over Virtus Pro. A pretty intense game, actually. Went the stretch, and VP